So you come up with this idea, right, from personal experience and then also looking at the market and seeing that there is a large market opportunity. What do you do next?
Yeah, so when we decided to start, of course, Philip was going to be on the technical side and building stuff, but like only one person, and he was like still transitioning from his full-time job. Only one person wasn't going to be able to do it. So first thing was, okay, let's get like at least one other person to jump in and even help us like with the website so that we even have something to talk about. And that's where me and Philip put together our personal funds. We just bootstrap, we hired a couple people in Nigeria, and then we started making progress. Then it got to the point where it's like, okay, well, these personal funds are about to run out. It's not sustainable. We need to get some small capital to at least like keep this thing going. And then we started looking online and we found like Google Accelerator. I'm forgetting what they call it, like Google Africa, and then a bunch of AWS even had some stuff. So we're like, oh, let's even apply to these things. YC wasn't even open at that point. But then, we rallied, we had to put together a website so that you can actually apply. And then we didn't get into any of these things. And then we applied to YC. We put together a demo very quickly. We had an interview with YC, and then they were not feeling the initial idea that we had. They were like, no. Like, we really like you guys, but no. So that was really sad. And then I remember after the interview and we got the email that it's a no. Me and Philip got on a call, we were so sad. But like the different stages of grief. We're like, okay, sad. And then we're like, you know what? We don't need YC anymore. We got this. Let's just dive in and let's keep pushing. We don't even need YC. In my mind, I'm like, okay, yeah, boss. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's keep making progress. And then after we got more people on the team, then we started making progress towards launch. At that point, we knew, okay, we actually like need to raise some capital. And we actually did get one investor who in the very, very early days, like this guy and his fund invested in us. And they were the ones that actually got us to launch. Without them, it would have been incredibly hard because we had no more capital. And we didn't have a product, right? So we are very, very, very grateful for our first investor. If he's watching this, thank you so much. So that got us to launch. Then after we launched, then we applied again for the next YC batch. And I believe that's like that's what got YC to say yes. Being able to see the progress between the last time they said no and now that we applied again, they're able to see that we pressed ahead. Yes, we made a slight change in the business model. So that was like us taking feedback from them, taking feedback from the market. They like to see that. But we also launched. We had some, even the small amount, but we had some customers. We had some revenue, transaction volume going. All of those things were really good because they already liked our team. So being able to show some progress on the business side was what really got us across the line.